Hey everybody, what's up Periscope? It's been a while since I just came on here just to talk to you guys. So, hey, how y'all doing? Hey Naya, what's going on, girl? Hope you're doing good. Hope you had a happy new year. And I just came on here just to talk about um, you know, it is January 17th. Okay, we're 17 days into the new year, and I know everybody has made all these New Year's resolutions and, said that they were going to do certain things. And I just want to know how many of you guys are still staying dedicated, focused, and inspired by what you set out to do in 2016. You know, there are a lot of different things that I have been embarking on. Hey, Mom. There are a lot of things that I have been inspired by. There are a lot of different projects that I set out to do. There are a lot of different goals that I intend on reaching. And so I just wanted to share a couple things with you that I've noticed about making goals and out to do them and staying focused. Okay, so that's the first thing. First and foremost, if there isn't something about that goal that doesn't inspire you, that doesn't motivate you, that when you hear the words that even relate to that goal, if it doesn't get you excited, if it doesn't spark your interest, if it doesn't keep you going, if it doesn't make you wake up in the morning, then that goal is not good enough. Want to know why? Because when the days aren't as good, when life sucks, when there's too much going on, if you don't have a goal that is personal, that is very intentional, that is very close to your heart, then it's hard to stay motivated on those tough days. It's hard to keep going when nobody's paying attention. It's very exhausting to do something that you really don't want to do. So if you haven't found that thing, that niche, that goal that makes you want to be a better person, you want to be a better version of yourself than you are today, then you have the wrong goal. So make your goal personal. Why are you doing it? Why are you inspiring to do it? Why is it hard for you to overcome that goal? What makes that goal make you a better person come 2017? How is it going to help you financially, mentally, emotionally, physically? What is it doing for you? When is the last time you told yourself or reminded yourself that you need to do that goal? What is it about what you're doing that people are going to say 20, 10 years from now just because you accomplished that goal? And then another thing, if it doesn't scare you that you're doing it, it may not be a good goal to have. Because a lot of times fear feels like success. And I got that quote from Beyonce, and she said it, and at first it kind of confused me. But when you think about it, if you're doing something that you're really passionate about and that really motivates you, it will scare the life out of you because it's something that is so far from your reach right now that in order to get there, you're going to have to jump. Okay, you're going to have to make yourself. Happy birthday, Amanda. Everybody, please get on Periscope and type happy birthday, Amanda. Amanda, I'm so glad you're tuning in to me on your birthday. Happy birthday, girl. But if you aren't jumping, if you aren't going on the cliff with your plans on your back as your parachute and telling yourself, I'm about to jump. I am about to leap off of this cliff. I don't care who's going with me. I don't care who believes in me. I don't care who they think they are. Yes, I am a champion. You have to jump. There is nobody who is successful on this earth who hasn't a bound off of a cliff of fear. And when you jump off of the cliff, not only are you fearful, but you don't know what is on the other side or what's on the ground. So the fact that you're jumping, you're going to be successful. And the reason why I say that is because everybody who jumps, you're either going to learn a lesson or you're going to be a leader. Okay? Because lessons turns into being a leader. Because you get experience from it, you get credibility from it. I don't want anybody talking to me about marriage if they're not married. I don't want anybody talking to me who I'm trying to lose weight and who isn't a personal trainer. I don't want nobody checking my heart rate if you're not a doctor. You need to make sure you master your level of perfection. Whatever you're trying to get good at, you have to master it. Nobody's going to follow you. You're not going to influence. You're not going to inspire. And I'm going to tell y'all another thing. Listen to me closely. That if it was easy, everybody would do it. Okay? So if you're inspiring to be a singer, if you're inspired to be a singer, you can't be on Beyonce's level if you've never been to a talent show, or if you never auditioned for anything, if you never got in the studio, if you never went to a dance rehearsal. Nobody's going to pay attention to you. You have to understand that you have to be credible. You have to have a level of influence through experience. Nobody's not going to just follow you just because you have a nice body, you have a nice Instagram post. All those things are going to dwindle. People will follow that to a certain extent. But you have to have the heart and the passion for it. Your influence has to go beyond a nice appearance. Because everybody is influenced and motivated by real people, real experiences, real trials, real overcomers, real champions, real warriors. You have to be authentically you. There are a lot of people that are doing a lot of the same things. But what's going to make you different is your experience. It's going to be what you think is cool. A lot of times people are going to talk negative about what you have to do, what you have to say, what you think is important. But guess what? There are millions of people out there waiting for you to open your mouth and speak and have a voice. So, I mean, whatever you're going to speak to, you might as well speak to your faith and not fear. Because a lot of times, fear comes because it wants to see how bad you want it. And if you don't want it really bad, then it'll tell you that you're not ready for that next level, that next platform. And you have to be persistent. If you're giving out information and people are following you, you have to keep that momentum going. Nobody's going to be like, dang, where she went, where she fell off to. It's been a long time since she's been on Facebook, and she's been on Periscope. Whatever you want out of life, you have to be consistent, okay? There's a lot of times where it's hard to be consistent when you have a weak team. And I realize that, and I've come to terms with that you have to also have a nice support system. If people always have something negative to say about every time you open your mouth about a new idea, a new concept you have, then they may not be in your corner. Or you ask them to help you, and when it comes time to help, they're a day shot and a penny too short, they may not be for you. If you have an event and they never show up, but they always want to have a follow-up conversation about it, they're not meant for you. You want people in your corner that are not just with you when the lights are on, when the stage is set, when the decorations are up, when the hurrahs are getting ready to be screamed. You want somebody that's going through the trenches with you. Make sure that your motivation is from people who are going to not only help you, that are only going to congratulate you, but somebody's going to make sure that you're going to the gym. Somebody who's going to make sure you're eating right. Somebody who's going to ask you, what did you eat today? Okay? So, I'm just making sure that I'm instilling in my listeners, my followers, the people who find what I have to say very necessary, that we're only 17 days into the new year. You still have 300 and what, I don't know, 50 something days that are left in the new year. Why have you not set out for your goals every day? You know, Rome was not built in a day. The Eiffel Tower wasn't built in a day. The Great Wall of China wasn't built in a day. Beyonce wasn't built in a day. Oprah wasn't built in a day. Y'all have to think about this. Champions are built in the dark. They're built when it's quiet. David didn't defeat Goliath in a day. You got to understand that preparation, especially building your faith, building your endurance, building your brand, building your business, building your clientele, building your followers. It's not built in a day. And people who lose steam when they're small do not belong on the big stage. Because the more followers, more platform, the more publicity you get, the more criticism you get. And if you're worried about a little hater, if you're worried about a little follower who has something to say, if you're tit for tat with people who don't understand your vision, if you keep arguing and fighting with people who don't understand you, it's time to kick them off the bus. You need somebody who's going to ride with you, who's not going to only ride with you, but is going to push when your bus breaks down, when you're really at your lowest point. Because we're in a time where the world needs your voice. They need your stories. They need your transformation. You might be the only hope that somebody has. You don't have to affect the whole world to be effective. You can affect your community. You can affect your household. You can be a better mom. You can be a better businesswoman. You can be a better church member. You can be a better friend. You can be a better small thing first. Master the small. Go for the goal. Go for the big. But enjoy the process. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the time that you have when nobody knows you. Because when the lights are on, it's very hard to perform when you haven't mastered the small first. And that's it. I'm telling you guys that you have to be your own motivation. You can't always look for handouts. You can't always look for people to help you. Everybody is simply out to make themselves better. So in the meantime, do you be the best version of yourself that you can be. And I promise you it'll pay off. Pray about it, work hard, pray harder, and inspire people. And most of all, make sure you pat your own self on the back and don't wait for acknowledgement. Because if you live for somebody's approval, you'll die over their criticism. And you don't want that. You don't want anybody to control your happiness or your destiny because you only live once. And I don't have the YOLO theory, but I do have that live like you're dying theory. Make sure every day counts and go for the goal. I am your coach. I am the Beast Coach. Follow me Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Facebook, I'm at Jakaya Shepherd. So look me up. My website is jakayashepherd.com. I have so many goodies on there, more to come. So make sure you stay tuned to what I have to offer. Bye!